Hi guys and angel lovers, welcome to Angelic Evening Stories with Vanessa. Today I will share a beautiful angelic story from my angelic experience in life. The angelic miracle story is about Kundalini Awakening. Here I want to point out that the stories I share with you on our social media are on different timelines. For example, I experienced the following story 1 year before Kundalini Yoga Festival in France. So it means I experienced Kundalini Awakening before knowing anything about the Kundalini Yoga techniques. The following story happened many years ago and is connected with Holy Spirit frequencies and Kundalini Awakening. As the following miracle happened, I was already a few years in connection with archangels and could feel the unconditional true love of divine energy. The flame of unconditional love located in the heart was activated through a deep connection to Jesus Christ. My contact was through deep unconditional love energy. It wasn't connected to any religious teachings. My knowledge that I was healed as a child at Mother Mary's pilgrim area in Turkey, and the connection to her high unconditional love energy supported me in mastering daily life. Still, I hadn't a life partner and I wished to have one. So after a heartbreaking experience with a man, I was meeting someone else. This time I was trying to be more careful not to fall in love so fast, but we were still going out and having a good time together. Then one evening, as we were going out, I met one of his good friends, a young woman. At that time I still wasn't feeling fulfilled just with myself. The duality separated me in two directions, even though I had some amazing spiritual experiences. At that time, I didn't know that even Kundalini Yoga or Kundalini Awakening exists on the earth. Then it happened. In the evening, I got a call from a young woman. I had known her from the evening as we went out together with the man that I had met before. I didn't know how she could have my phone number. Maybe it was through his phone. She was very upset and yelled at me on the phone that I should let her boyfriend be in peace and should not try to meet him again. I was wondering to hear this because as I met her, he introduced her to me just as a regular friend. She was talking angrily to me and I heard his voice in the back area trying to calm her down. During the call, I began to feel an emptiness. It was like someone taking my energy, life energy away. Finally, after a short talk, we hung up and I felt energetically attacked without understanding how it was happening. I was sitting there and feeling. I couldn't understand how this was possible. I was still sitting in my room and asking myself how I didn't understand it before that they were together. I began to pray to Jesus Christ and was asking for help because the feeling of emptiness in me was suddenly growing even more. Then I felt in panic and did not know what to do. I was alone with my angels and my prayers to Jesus Christ and Mother Mary. Then suddenly I felt the energy of Jesus overflowing through my body. It came like a light beam from the higher chakras above my head and went directly to my pelvic area and the lower back. It was burning and heating it like fire. My hips area, pelvic and all organs, they were in high heat. It took only a few seconds. Then the energy went up to my heart chakra and above through the whole system. I was able to feel unconditional love energy again. From that moment on, I felt full of life energy and fulfilled in every area of my life. My upper chakras, especially the crown chakra, opened themselves to heaven. Suddenly I began to understand the different things happening in my life or in my family's life and the line of my ancestors and the connection with each other. I was in a totally another space that I was experienced before, a space of higher consciousness. So many numbers were coming to me, like numerology. I was writing so fast as I could write it down. I wanted to show all this to my colleague who was supporting me to understand the happening at that time. I needed no more sleep or food to eat, and my body began to cleanse itself and detox so that I could visit the restroom many times in a healthy way. The next day, I had a seminar near to my home for further education from my job. Even though I had no sleep, I had so much energy that I drove to the seminar very early in the morning. The seminar took place in a big building surrounding an open natural area. I got out of my car and looked at the sky. So some clouds were seen in the sky. It was foggy and fresh outside. Suddenly, not too far from me, on my left side, a very kind-looking man, well-dressed, in his middle age, was standing there. He talked to me and said, "What a beautiful morning," even though it wasn't a sunny day. It was a gorgeous feeling that I could feel the energy everywhere, and this gentleman could feel it too. I told him that I could feel the light everywhere, even though the clouds were hiding the sun. He was looking at me and smiling. Then, as I turned my head back to him, he was not there anymore. He was gone. I turned myself and looked in all directions. He was nowhere to be seen. It was no other car there. How could he go so fast away? I didn't know, but I knew it was a fantastic day. The following days, I was still high open to the upper spheres, and even though I went to work, my work was very easy for me. I had fantastic ideas, mastered the job very well. After many days without sleeping at the night and eating little, I asked myself and my angels how I could live like this my whole life. I wished to go back into the regular life cycle, and then a few days later it happened. After many years of remembering and sharing some of my angelic and miracle stories with you, I know that this was a Kundalini Awakening. How I experienced it was connected with Holy Spirit energy and totally in unconditional love and in a healthy way. I hope that my story could inspire you to open your heart and listen more to your angels and open your heart also to the angelic miracles. Thank you for being with Angels and Gurus in the evening, angelic evening stories. I send you many angels. Be safe and be loved. Good night.